Hey, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how we're going to add borders to our squares for the Petal and Patch Blanket. And this is for both the Wattle Stitch squares and the colorwork squares that we have. We're essentially going to be adding a single round of moss stitch to each square, but with some slight variations. The standard moss stitch is where we single crochet, chain one, and then skip the next stitch, and then just repeat that pattern of single crochet, chain one, skip one. However, for these squares, we might be skipping more or fewer stitches. As you'll have seen in the written pattern, our goal for this border is to get 39 stitches, which is made up of 20 single crochets and 19 chains along each side of the square to make seaming easier. So we're going to start with the colorwork square because that one's going to be a little bit more straightforward. So with our colorwork square, we already have 39 stitches across the top here. So that means our moss stitch can be worked as normal. We're going to single crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, single crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, all the way across, and that's going to leave us with the 39 stitches that we need. So we're going to go ahead and join our yarn. So I'm going to pop a slip knot on my hook and just come up to the top right hand corner. If you're left-handed, you're going to start over in the left hand corner, and I'm going to work a single crochet into that first stitch. And then we'll chain one and we'll skip the next stitch and we'll single crochet into the stitch after that, chain one, skip one, single crochet into the stitch after that, and we'll work that all the way across to the end until we get to this corner here. And when you get to the end of this row, you will have 20 single crochets and 19 chains. So we're perfectly on track. And that's why we've started with the colorwork square, because you can just work this first side as normal moss stitch. It's when we work down the edge here that things are going to change slightly. So to turn the corner, we're going to chain two, and then we're going to work along this edge. So we have a total of 45 rows here, but we still need to keep our stitch count of 39 stitches, so the 20 single crochets and the 19 chains, which means we're going to have to decrease our stitch count by 6 when we work along this side. And to do that, we're going to skip 2 rows in some places rather than just 1. And we need to make sure that we're spreading these skip 2 rows evenly. So we don't want to do, skip 2 rows here, skip 2 here, skip 2 here, and then work evenly along here, because it's going to cause our fabric to bunch up. So we want to make sure it's spread out nice and evenly. You can either eyeball that as you're working, or one method I've been using, which I found really helpful, is to use stitch markers to mark where you want to put those skips in. So the idea here of adding the stitch markers means that as I'm working, I don't need to count and make sure that I'm doing 6 decreases. I just know that every time I get to a stitch marker, I'm going to do a decrease. I find that that just makes things a little bit easier. So we've done our chain 2 here, and we're going to pop a single crochet in the same spot that we've just worked into. And that's going to count as our first single crochet of this side. So remember, we want 20 single crochets separated by 19 chains. And as we work down this side, rather than skipping stitches as we were along the top, we're going to be skipping rows. So we've worked into this row, we're going to skip this one and work into this row. And it doesn't matter too much where you're placing your single crochets in the edge of the rows. It can be a little bit fiddly sometimes. So I've worked my second single crochet and we've got a stitch marker here. So that means I'm going to skip 2 rows and work into this row down here. I'm going to remove the stitch marker so it's out of the way. And one thing that really helps here is making sure that when you're doing chains, to just do them quite loosely, and that's going to help prevent the fabric from bunching up as you're working. So I've just skipped 2 rows, and then I'm going to go back to working as usual, skipping 1 row until I get to the next stitch marker. So there's our stitch marker, take that out, and now I'm going to skip 2 rows, so 1, 2, down to here. And we're just going to continue working like that all the way across until we get down to the corner. And when you get to the end of that edge, do go back and count these stitches. Make sure you're on track. You've still got those 20 single crochets and 19 chains. And when you're happy that you do, we can work on this side here. And this side is going to be exactly the same as our first side. Obviously, we'll have 39 stitches here, so we can work our moss stitch nice and evenly with no decreases. Remember, in the corner down here, we're going to chain 2, and then we'll work into that same stitch to turn the corner, and then we're just going to do our chain 1, skip 1, single crochet all the way along until we get to the corner. And then when you get to the corner, again, we are going to chain 2, So we can turn around and single crochet into that same space. And of course, this is going to be exactly the same as this side down here, where we want to decrease by 6 stitches. So again, you can use your stitch markers or just eyeball where you want those decreases to go. So just as before, we're going to chain 1, skip 1 row, work into the next. And then every time we get to a stitch marker, we'll skip 2 rows instead of 1. Again, make sure you're keeping that chain relatively loose because that's going to help prevent the fabric bunching up. But continue working in that pattern of single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, unless you hit a stitch marker, well, you'll skip 2 until you get to the very end, and I'll show you how to finish off the round. At the end of this side, our last single crochet is going to go into the same spot where we joined our yarn. And then we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch with that first single crochet. And then you can fasten off your yarn. So that's our colorwork square border done. That one was relatively straightforward. You might find that your square is curling up a little bit after you've added the border. Don't worry, it's going to block out really nicely. So let's move on to the wattle stitch square. So this square is going to be a little bit different because we have a different number of stitches across here and a different number of rows, but our end goal is still to get to that total of 39 stitches along each side. So this top edge is going to be worked in a very similar way to how we did the sides of the colorwork square. So we're going to decrease the stitches. You should have a total of 46 stitches across the top here. So we're going to decrease by 7. And then when we get to these side edges, we've actually only got 30 rows here. So we need to increase by 9. So let's work on these decreases across the top because we already know how to do that. And then we'll talk about how to do the sides here. So if you want to use your stitch markers again to mark where you want to put your decreases, go ahead and do that now. And once you're ready to start, go ahead and pop a slip knot on your hook and join your yarn in the top right hand corner if you're right-handed, or the top left hand corner if you're left-handed. And we're going to work this just as we have been so far. So we're going to pop a single crochet in there, chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet into the one after that, chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet into the stitch after that. And when we get to a stitch marker, that's just going to tell us that we want to skip 2 stitches to work our decrease. Again, make sure you keep those chains relatively loose. And work a single crochet. And then go back to the chain 1, skip 1 pattern until you get to the next stitch marker where you'll skip 2 again. So go ahead and work all the way across the row and meet me back in this corner over here. Then when you get to the corner, I always recommend going back, counting these stitches, making sure you've got 20 single crochets, 19 chains. And if you do, we can turn this corner with a chain 2. Now down this edge, as I said, we've got 30 rows, which means we need to increase our stitch count along this side. And so to do that, we're going to work our single crochet, chain 1, skip 1 along here. But in some instances, we're not going to do the skip 1. We'll just be working into the next row along. So again, you can go ahead and add stitch markers along here to let you know where you need to do your increases. You will need 9 of them. I'm actually going to go ahead and eyeball this one. But let me show you what this is going to look like. So we're going to place our first single crochet in the same spot as that previous one there. And then we'll chain 1. And it is a little bit harder to see the edges of the rows with this wattle stitch pattern. So don't worry too much about where you're placing your single crochets. The overall goal here is to make sure you have 20 single crochets along the edge and that they're quite evenly spaced out. So I'm going to go ahead and try and skip a row. It is very hard to see where the ends of the rows are. So just going to pop my single crochet in there, chain 1, and then I'm going to work directly into this space next to where I've just put my single crochet there, and that's going to count as one of my increases. And then I'll chain 1, and then I'll skip a row, work into here, and then we'll skip a row, chain 1, and then I'll work into the next row. We won't skip any there. And you'll just continue working down this side So when you finish that side, it should look something like this. And I tell you what, I should have used my stitch marker trick because I had to redo mine a few times. I kept ending up with the wrong number of single crochets. When we get to the corner, we're going to chain 2, and we're going to work along this edge in exactly the same way as we did this one. So we're going to decrease our stitch count. So we're going to single crochet into the same spot as we just did there, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch, and repeat that all the way along, popping 6 decreases in as we go. And then in this corner, we're going to chain 2 as usual and work along this last edge in the same way we did this one over here. So we're going to be doing some increases along this row. So popping our first single crochet into the same space as the previous one, chain 1, and then we'll sometimes be skipping a row, sometimes we won't. And of course we want to end up with a total of 20 single crochets and 19 chains in between them. And then when you get to the last corner, we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch with that first stitch to join the round, and then you can fasten off. And that is the border for our wattle stitch square done. Again, don't worry too much if there's a bit of curling, that is going to block out just fine. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, but if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below.